Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about simple interest. And when you put money into an account, you earn interest on it. Not usually simple interest. Alternatively, if you borrow money, you don't pay back the exact amount you borrow, you have to pay back with interest. So what we're going to talk about today is simple interest. So if, say, for example, you invested your principal, so if, say, for example, you had $12,000 and you put it in a bank account, that would be the principal. Then you'd say, well, surely I'm going to earn some interest on it. Well, you might earn, say, for example, 5%. Now, 5% is 0.05. And then we say, okay, so what term are you earning this over? What term are you earning this over? Well, maybe I'll leave it in the bank account for 2 years. So now, if I was to do 12,000 times 0.05 times 2 for 2 years, whatever that gave me would be the amount of interest that I'd earn on this money. So I start thinking, I think, well, all right, that's great. So the interest I earn is the principal times the rate, what I get as a percentage, times by the term. But what, say, for example, what if you give me a question whereby you asked me how long it takes something to occur? Then we use this formula here. So we work out we say, well, how much interest do we want to earn? And we divide that by the principal times the rate. But if somebody says, well, yeah, but okay, well, what interest rate do I have to earn to achieve a certain interest? Then I do the interest divided by the principal times the term. And just remember that when we talk about rate, we get something like this. If we get an answer, something like that, that's not 0.11%, that is 11%. Just remember, the number we get on our calculator is the answer as a decimal. So we need to multiply it by 100 to get the actual percentage. Finally, if, say, for example, I said, okay, well, what money do I have to invest into an account so that I can earn a certain amount of interest at a certain rate for a certain term? Then we can use this formula here. And now when I go through these questions here, it will start to sink in. So let's just have a look at the first question. So it says here, how much interest do I earn on $4,000 at 12% for 2 years? So how much interest? So for that one, we need to work out how much interest. So I'm going to use this formula here. So I would enter 4,000 multiplied by 0.12 multiplied by 2. Okay, and I would enter that on my calculator. Now maybe you just want to do this yourself, but just check that when you actually do this, you get $960. So if somebody said to me, how much interest do I earn? I earn $960. But if somebody said to me, hey, what's the balance after this 2 years? How much money is in the account after 2 years? Then I would add these two numbers together. So that would say to me, okay, I've got $4,960. That is the balance. All right, but I'm not asking the balance. I'm only asking how much interest do I earn. So I'd use this formula here. Next question. How long does it take for me to earn $800 on a $4,000 investment at 2%? Okay, how long? So which one of these are we using? We're using this. So we need to work out the term. So this means that for this question, we need to do, and I'll hopefully squeeze it in, 800, because we want to earn $800 Then we press our fraction button, and then we enter 4,000 multiplied by, now, what's 2%? What's 2% as a decimal? That's right, 0.02. And if I enter that on my calculator, when I enter that, I should get 10 years. Great. All right. Wonderful. All right. So next one. What is my rate if I earn $600 on a $10,000 investment over 4 years? So this time, what is my rate? What percentage am I earning? Right. Okay. So we're going to use this one here. So now we do the interest earned, which is $600 over 10,000. So that's my principal. That's what I invest. 10,000 times the term. How long's the term? 4 years. Now, enter that in your calculator. Now, when you do that, you're going to get the answer 0.015. Is that the percent? No, it's not, because what we have to do is, don't forget, we have to multiply that by 100. So we should end up with 1.5%. 1.5%. And that is our actual answer. 1.5%. Okay, next one. What do I need to invest? So what's the principal I need to invest to earn $700 at 6% over 2 years and 3 months? Now, 2 years and 3 months, what's that? That's 2.25 years. That's 2.25 years. So now we're working out principal. How much money do I have to invest? So this one is going to be the interest earned, $700, divided by 6%. The rate, 6%. What's 6% as a decimal? Is it 0.6? No, 0.06 times. Okay, now what? 2 years and 3 months. That's 2.25 years. What's that as a decimal? 2.25. Okay, when you enter that, you should get to the nearest cent $5,185.19. All right, those are the classic sort of questions that we might get when we do this sort of thing. Make sure that you've got these formulas copied down, available. And don't forget, when you work out rate, we enter it as a decimal, not as the actual percentage.